Hello, I'm King Law, and I wanted to address to the ATS community what's happening with me and what's been going on. I know there are many questions that I need to answer, so I'll just go ahead and start answering them now. Where have you been? Now, I know you were probably thinking I was going to answer multiple questions, but in this one question, I'm going to answer all questions. So, where have I been? I've been working on myself. I don't know. Let me speak from the heart. Uh, let's start from when I left. When I left, I was in the middle of the J battle, and I had just finished writing everything. I have just finished recorded, and I was ready to upload my second response. But I had a talk with close friends of mine and other important people to me about how they noticed a change in my mindset and a change in the way I used to think to the way I think now and the way I do things. And this change was extremely noticeable because I started noticing it too even before it came up to this point. I had become the thing that I always stood against, which was toxicity. No matter how I deny it, I did become a toxic person in my own right. And so I resented this and I resented myself, therefore. And I don't know, I guess after that, I started to become self aware of the environment I was in and what was causing me to be this way. So here were the steps, I guess. I'm very bad at taking criticism, so whenever I take criticism, I always feel like, yes, there's room to improve, which is what you should feel like, but I always feel like someone is trying to discredit me and that I need to prove myself once again. This mentality I realized was given to me by the ETX community that no matter what, I can never accept defeat, which is a really toxic mentality to have. I know it seems like oh my he just has the never give up mentality. You can still accept defeat while never giving up. And that's what I failed to realize during this conquest. The thing is, oh, never mind. We'll get to that later. So I had the mindset that if I lose, everything goes to waste. So I didn't want to lose. So I noticed this constant cycle going on. I told myself after I'd stop. I told myself after the J battle, I'd stop and I'd completely leave. But I realized later that this wouldn't be the case if I actually did the battle. I've noticed a constant cycle, and the cycle is I get into some sort of drama, even if I started it or not. I get into some sort of drama. We do beef. I get critiqued on beef. I feel like I have to prove myself, and then the cycle starts all over again. Then I get in beef. I try to prove myself in that beef, and then it ends up being a giant discussion. I end up getting completely discouraged and wanting to leave, and then they pull me back into that same cycle. And the more day by day I went by this, the more I realized that I was straying further and further away from the person I wanted to become. But during my character development, I also realized that you can't look back on your values of the past. You can use them for reference, but never try to be completely like the values of the past. Because the values of the past can be unrealistic to your future, which you're currently living in. So, it's okay to take a quick glance back at the past, but if you stay in the past trying to match your morals that you had in the past and try to go back to what you used to be, you'll never progress. It's impossible. You won't. And I realized this the hard way when I tried to just take it back to what it used to be. It can't be taken back to what it used to be if the circumstances have been completely compromised. And so, I came to this giant realization, and I don't know. With this realization, I reflected on myself. I realized that there were more things I could be doing. And I also realized I was no longer having fun rapping or doing anything of any. Let's just say I was having fun doing music, but I wasn't having fun with my community in music, if you see what I'm saying. So, it originally started out as me by myself, actually, maybe with a couple of friends, just doing music, and we were laughing, smiling. We were all a little bad. If you know my origin story, it goes deeper than that. But ultimately, me making music and putting it on the internet, that started with me and my friends. And we were just all smiling, sitting there. We were happy with ourselves. It was never about any competition, or it was never about who could do it the longest or anything like that. We were simply kids having fun. And so here enters diss tracks. I did one on this guy named JR with like 2,000 subscribers, something like that. I got a little ego boost because he deleted his channel after that. This is where the diss tracks come in. Months and months later, I get an invite from this guy named Esquire. I joined the health bar server, ETX, whatever. And they bring me into this diss track war, and I'm like, okay. And they're like testing my ability. And so I like show off, and it was a terrible idea. Because then I had this undefeated mindset, like, oh, I'm like the best, and I can do this and that. And it was just such a toxic mindset to have, and I didn't know it at the time. And I honestly regret having the mindset to this day. But I'm straying way off track here. I'm not sure why I'm telling y'all the origins of how this came up. Y'all don't need to know that. All y'all need to know is these basic messages. Anyways, where I've been reflecting on myself, reflecting on my backstory, reflecting on everything that's happened to this point, where I went wrong, my upcomings, my downgoings. And it's all just been one giant journey of regret and succeedance. So, yeah. So, let's get down to the serious stuff. That was just the basics. So, after all of this, I still was not satisfied with what I had gained. So, when I started coming back to everything, I noticed that I'd always get some new challenger, someone trying to try me, or someone saying I said something about them just to get on my bad side so they can, like, come at me and fight me. But it started getting to the point where I started to lose touch to what I really wanted to do. The main reason I even made diss tracks was just to have fun, and because I enjoyed making them and I got a benefit out of them. So let's fast forward all the way to the J situation. So I've already explained the J situation in detail. I'm not sure if I'm pretty sure everyone has listened to my side. Whether they acknowledge they've listened to my side or not is their choice. I don't know. Anyways, uh, with the second response, let's fast forward to that. I sat there with the second response. I posted it at one point, and I took it down immediately because I needed some thought behind it. So I sat there pondering what I should do. I could have asked my friends, but no, this was an internal conflict, so I didn't want to ask JJ or Melly or anyone. So I sat there with the video, wondering if I should post it. And here's why I decided not to. So I guess the reason was the pattern. If I I told myself, oh, I'm just gonna upload the J second response, get it over with, and then I'm not gonna come back, then I'm done. But the thing is, I know myself, and I know what was gonna happen if I did that. It took me a long time to come to terms with the fact that I was gonna be made fun of for coming to this decision. But at this point, why do I continue if it's not making me happy? Why would I continue something that's only stressing me to the point where I don't even get a benefit from it? Why am I pushing myself like this? But anyways, like I said, I know myself. And I know if I responded, then I'm automatically putting myself. Some artists like Sin. I know you're watching this. Sin will vouch for this. But when you're uploading a song, you automatically, I'm not sure if it's your mindset or something, expect some negative and positive feedback. Mostly, and you want positive, and you're hoping for positive, and you're leashing for it. Usually, I always get negative. So, imagine basically, okay, I can't use that because people will just say I'm trying to sound smart. Basically, imagine, how do I say this? Imagine you're a leech and you have to drink water. Imagine you're a leech and you break a sewer well expecting positive and just clean water, and all you get is dirty water. Basically. That's the best way I can describe it without trying to quote unquote sound smart. So I expect good things when I upload something, and I mostly get bad things. And since I know myself, I know that once I receive these, I'm going to leech off of them, and I'm going to become the very thing that is being used against me. Because when someone makes bad comments, that's just being toxic. So I know I'm going to just be toxic back. That's how I've always been. If you fire at me, I'm firing back immediately. It doesn't matter who you are. But since I know me, I know if I did that and I just got negative feedback, I just want to prove myself, and I'd be stuck in the cycle again and again and again and again, just constantly going. So I knew this was my chance to break it. And I know people are going to say, but why didn't you just post it and just leave? Then you wouldn't have to see it. No. I know myself. And the thing is, I'd be too curious to see what people are saying to stop myself. I know you're probably like, well, you could just not look. But no, I know myself too much to say I wouldn't look, because I know I would look at the responses. And I would get immediately upset and want to prove myself again and get stuck in the same cycle. So I'm not doing that. Overall, this was my chance to free myself from the thing that has been holding me down forever, and my own toxic mind state that I was in. And so let's get into the mindset about the undefeated record. Having the undefeated record made me too overconfident and made people too confident to take me down. Or, well, too eager to take me down. it was like having a bounty on my back. Let's say you're in a desert with 100 people that all have tiny bits of water in tin cans. And let's say you're in the desert standing right next to them and you have a huge jug of water on your back. They're gonna attack you, and that's exactly what happened. I was always getting attacked. I was just it was nonstop, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do, honestly. But I was so overconfident that I thought I could just deal with it all, and I didn't even realize all the mental stress it was putting me under. It put me under so much mental stress, and it was just so unnecessary and so not worth it. And I just didn't know anymore. So I left. I did the only thing I knew how to do, and I left. I left to go on a self-reflective journey. And this is what I have been doing on that journey. So, on this self-reflective journey, I started off by figuring out what I truly wanted. I wanted to be happy. I was of course happy reading the Bible and stuff, but I wanted to be happy with friends. The thing is, rapping isn't my only talent. And I wanted to use my other talents for other stuff to hang out with my friends. Trying to connect with my friends again was extremely hard because all of them had picked up different hobbies, and even trying to connect with my own family. Well, not my family really in the house, but my family, my distance family, my long distance family, like my brothers, was extremely hard, and it was extremely time consuming. So, I started watching YouTube again to keep me entertained. I stopped watching all rap stuff completely. I like unsubscribed from a lot of the ETX channels because I saw them on my recommended, and I didn't even want to be reminded that the community existed. I just wanted to pretend like none of it ever happened, but I know now that I can't do that. So I sat there contemplating watching YouTube, doing whatever I could to avoid the inevitable. And an unlikely source came to me. You see, I like watching Minecraft videos a lot. And it was basically my coping mechanism. I did a lot. I discovered new friends. Me and them worked on theories and stuff like that. I made theory channels. I did multiple theories on it. I discovered way new friends, people who accepted me and just were great people. I did so many things. I even got a new computer. I've just been gone reflecting on myself and doing me. And just living life without the toxicity of the ETX community in it. But there's this one guy. I watched him like 5, 6 years ago, and I stopped watching him, and I realized he was still relevant today. His name was Technoblade, and he really said something that pertains to my situation.
For my part, I've realized now that rank number 1 isn't an achievement, it's a prison, which forces you to dedicate your life to defending a temporary title. But now, with the war finally over, I'm free.
Just like him, I had a title that was more of a burden to carry than a reward. So, after I heard this, I knew what I had to do. Even though it was just from a Minecraft YouTuber, it was like great advice. So, I am throwing away my win record. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Laugh at me all you want. I don't care. I'm throwing it away. It has been more of a burden to carry than it has been a pleasure to carry. And it forces you to commit to something that you're not even happy with. Going through so much stress to keep a title that isn't permanent or set in stone for you in the future. It's not worth it, and I didn't want it anymore, so I'm throwing it away. So, I've been trying to live with a smile on my face. I'm definitely doing way better. My mental health has improved very much. Not only thanks to my amazing friends, but thanks to my amazing girlfriend as well. And they're just amazing, man. And there's anything I'd do for them. There's been so much going on. There's even voice cracks, man. There's been so much going on. I've moved houses, new room, new computer, girlfriend, friends. Just I've been inside of my own mind lately. And the inside of my mind is a dark place. It's a place when I visit, I know that I should proceed with caution. Basically, I remember one day after reevaluating on everything, stressing myself out over all the results of the ETX community, I wondered, do I still want to continue music? The answer is yes. I'm gonna continue music, but none of you will know about it because I'm gonna be doing it in private. You see, in the past, I have tried to work with nearly every single ETX community member, and through one point, each one of them has betrayed my trust in some way. Now, there are certain people in the ETS community that I do trust, but 99% of the ETS community I don't trust. The people I trust know they're trusted. If you have not betrayed me in the past, then I trust you. If let me just call out names. Esquire, I don't trust you. Niblo, I don't trust you. Chris, I don't trust you. I'm sorry to call out your name specifically, but I know you guys are probably going to ask if I trust you. I don't. I don't. If you have betrayed me at any point in the past, I don't trust you. I don't think I trust any of ETX, to be honest. Not the ETX community specifically. ETX, the group. I don't think I trust any of them. I think I could grow to trust the squad. No. I'm sorry. It's just been so bad for me. But overall, I've been self-reflecting, and I've decided that I want to leave the community for good. And the best way to do that is to not respond. Because if I respond, I will be thrown into an infinite loop. Will I still talk to some of you? Sure. If it's on a business basis. I no longer want to spend the rest of my days residing in a community that does not help me whatsoever. What do I have to gain? I'm not okay. We've already established the fact that I'm not happy with making music for the community anymore. But what do I have to gain from making more music in the ETS community? I have reached my maximum limit of where I can go with this community. Now it's gotten to the point I've gotten as much positive backlashes I'm gonna get. Now it's all negative. I've gotten as far as I'm gonna get with you guys. I'm done. I'm out. Adios. If you want further explanation, call me. Talk to me. For now, I'm done. This has been your boy King Law. Peace out. Be blessed. See ya.